What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for yet another Football Manager 2021 Rebuild Challenge. As you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title, we are going to Turkey to be Galatasaray manager. Now, this is going to be a very interesting one. I've never managed in Turkey before. There have been shouts of different Turkish teams, but Galatasaray or Fenerbahce were the two that really stood out to me, and I went for Galatasaray because I remember them being in the Champions League when I was younger. So let's try and emulate that in this rebuild. Let's dive into it. So guys, before we get properly into the video, I just want to say, as I always do, thank you very much to all of you guys who have subscribed to the channel recently over the past week, since last week's rebuild where we rebuilt Tottenham. You will see the names running up the left hand side of the screen now of everyone who has joined the channel since last Sunday's video. So thank you very much. I do appreciate you all, especially at this time of year. We're very much awaiting the release of FM22. So all your support, all your new subs, all your likes on the videos, and just in general the views, thank you very much. You guys are exceptional. So today, Turkey, Galatasaray. This is what we are working with. I have noticed probably my best player, Musiala, yeah, sure, is out with an injury. He's broken his leg, so he is out for 4 to 5 months. Obviously, you know, guys, with these rebuilds, I start them at the start of an FM21 game, so no additional updates or anything like that. So this is Galatasaray. Now, as I said, I've not really managed in Galatasaray before. So let's show you the club information, and we will take a look at their overview and their history. So as you can see, in terms of the Turkish league, pretty damn dominant. They are 22-time Turkish Super League winners. Most recently 2019. They are also 18-time Turkish Cup winners. They've won the Turkish Super Cup 16 times, and then some of the other ones here that they have won within Turkey. The ones that are interesting to me, though, and the ones we will be trying to emulate this season, so they've won the European Super Cup, which is very impressive. They won that in the year 2000, so not too long ago. That was following their Europa League victory, which I'd settle for a Europa League, to be perfectly honest. But obviously, if we win the division, if we win the league in Turkey, we go into the Champions League at the group stage. So you never know what can happen there. You never know what the draw is going to be. But European success will be the main goal. Obviously, staying dominant in Turkey is key as well. So we will be trying to do that one as well. In terms of the club vision, let's start things here. This is what is expected of us: to play attacking football as the club culture, develop players using the club's youth system. I don't know what their facilities are like, so this could be interesting. Maintain the club status as the most reputable team in Turkey and work within the wage budget. Pretty self-explanatory ones there. They want us in the Europa League. We are in the Europa League this season. They want us to reach the first knockout round. That is something we can definitely do. Win the Super League again. It's kind of going to be a given that we are going to be up for trying to win it every single year, and they want us to reach the final as a minimum. Interestingly enough, though, they are looking to sell the club, which I don't know if that will happen throughout this throughout this rebuild, but we'll see. We'll just have to see what happens, really. Their finances, pretty bad. 180 million in net debt. It's not great. But we've definitely had worse. Spurs were probably twice as bad as this. So, but obviously there is that added benefit of the TV revenue coming in. In terms of transfers and what we've got in terms of the transfer history, I've not done anything here. They've got a lot of loans. DeAndre Yedlin as a free transfer. Again, all of this business was done before me. I've not done any of the transfers in or out either, to be perfectly honest. So we will just power forward, I guess. In terms of the tactic, this is what we are going to be running. It is the GYR-FM Orsometric tactic. I've done a video on this on the channel. It is on the FM Scout website. Amazing tactic. I used this for the AC Milan rebuild and was very successful then. So I thought I would bring it back for Galatasaray. So if we do a quick pick without rotation for the best 11, this is kind of where we're looking right now. Obviously, Musiala is out injured with that broken leg. I'm not going to try and say all of these guys' names, to be perfectly honest. This is one that I'm looking for, the centre-back, Marcao. I think he could be a very, very good player for us. Obviously, Brazilian, young, 24 years of age. Valued at just under 10 million as well. Very, very good-looking centre-back, to be perfectly honest. We've got Belhanda as well. Feghouli. If you've played FIFA at all, you will know who Feghouli is. Obviously, I believe he's Algerian. Yes, he is Algerian on the right-hand side. And then we've got this guy on loan, Mustafa Mohamed from Zamalek in Egypt. Not really my kind of striker. He's a big guy. Likes to play as a target man, and we've got him on loan for 2 years, so it's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on. Optional future fee of 3.1 million. To be honest, I don't see us paying that, but we'll just have to see what happens. We will see. He could set the world alight for us and be a fantastic player. You never know. In terms of the finances, in terms of transfer budget, we've got $500,000. I'm not spending it, not in the first season at the very least. We'll just power through and see where we can get. Obviously, if we go into the competitions tab, this is what we've got. Super League, expected to win it. They want us to reach the first knockout round of the Europa League, as I said, and then reach the final of the Turkish Cup. Can we do that? Let's see. Season 1 will be back in a second. Okay then, guys, so we are back at the end of Season 1. It's been successful. League and Cup double, 92 points in the league for us. It's not too shabby, beating Fenerbahce to that league title. Only 4 losses in the season. Alanzaspor, they're the team that finished in 5th. We lost to them twice, and Rizespor, we lost to them twice as well. So maybe it's something interesting about the tactic that they're playing. But other than that, very dominant performance in the Turkish Super League. 91 goals scored and 28 conceded. Very nice goal difference. Doing very, very well, getting ourselves through. And I will say, Mustafa Mohamed has been in the goals. 39 goals for him in 50 appearances, which for a type of player that I don't like big lumbering target men. He's done really well. He's done really, really well. So pleased with that. Obviously, we won the Turkish Cup as well, League and Cup double. We win that on penalties by the looks of things, beating Trabzonspor. Let's pop the formations up. There you go. So as you can see, 1-1 in normal time. We rescue it late as well. 84th minute goal for us, despite having a man sent off, which is absolutely crazy. We score all of our penalties, and Yunus and this other dude here, Tassos, miss their penalties. So we win and lift the Turkish Cup as well. League and Cup double, not too bad. As you will remember, guys, Europa League, they expected us to reach the first knockout round, which we did do. And then we were put out by Lazio. 2-1 on aggregate, so not too bad at all. Milinkovic-Savic getting the job done at the Olimpico in Rome. Disappointing to go out, but you can understand the sort of caliber of team. There is some real quality within this Lazio team, so you can kind of understand it. If we have a look at the schedule, how did we get on? We drew the home game 1-1, Milinkovic-Savic scoring again, and then we lost the game away 1-0. In terms of the Europa League group, was it relatively straightforward? Okay, we were in a group with Arsenal. We played 6-1-6. We won 4. And then lost the 2 games against Arsenal. Not too bad, but we go through relatively comfortably. Slovan Bratislava and CFR Cluj, the other 2 teams that we had in our group, and we went through relatively straightforward. However, because we've won the league, that does mean we're in the Champions League next season, which is fantastic. So, Champions League football for Season 2. I'm going to get my head down. We're going to do the transfers. I'll be back in a sec. Right then, Season 2, we are back, and we're going to start with a transfer update. I've not made a huge amount of money, to be perfectly honest. So this dude here, I'm not going to try and pronounce any of the Turkish names. I will butcher them. This guy, not very good for us last season. We sold him to Ulsan Hyundai in South Korea for 7.25 million. I think that's a steal, considering he played 11 times for us last season, only provided 1 assist. A lot of those were substitute appearances, but 7.25 million... I think it's all right for a player who wasn't really playing for us. And we also got rid of Radamel Falcao, who I didn't realise we actually had until the end of the season. This guy has definitely fallen off. He was on 100k a week at Galatasaray, not played, barely played. I don't even think he played a game, did he, last season? 2 games. 2 non-competitive games, 1 league start, 1 substitute appearance. Very, very poor, 6.45 average rating for him. He was on 100k, so getting him off the wage budget was absolutely fantastic. The board were actually really upset with the fact that I only accepted a bid of 62k for him. But I wanted him gone off the wage budget, as I'm sure you guys will understand. Not really the player that he once was back at Atletico Madrid. On the other side, we've been pretty busy. As always, we usually bring in some free transfers. So Marco van Ginkel, former Chelsea player, comes in on a free transfer. I think he adds a little bit more of a creative sort of spark in our central midfield. He's now valued just over 10 mil. So to be honest, I think it's a very good pickup for a free transfer. The rest have been pretty much loans. Curtis Jones comes in on loan from Liverpool. Obviously, we've got Champions League football, so we can attract players like Curtis Jones. Looking forward to seeing how well he gets on. He can play in a number of positions that this formation needs, so that's kind of why I brought him in. We also brought in Mateus Fernandes from Barcelona, another central midfielder, sort of that box-to-box guy that I'm kind of looking for. I don't know how many games he's going to start for us, but I think it's a good option as another loan player. Mario Gila is a centre-back we've purchased before. We had him in the Blackburn rebuild from Real Madrid. He comes in on loan. Nice little ball-playing defender for us. Another bit of cover in that centre-back position, sort of fighting it out to see who is going to be the leading centre-back. Sebastiano Esposito comes in on loan from Inter Milan as well. Really nice physicals. I don't really need to talk about Esposito. We all know how good he can be. We did buy Kazawa from PSG for £4 million. We needed a left back. We needed to improve in that position. And Kazawa was transfer listed by PSG, so we thought we would pick him up for £4 million. Not too bad. Didn't really play a lot for PSG in that first season on the game. So I'm hoping he can have a very good season and strengthen us at left back. And then we got Nico Williams. He left Bilbao, went to Liverpool. And then we picked him up on loan. So Liverpool giving us 2 players this season, Curtis Jones and Nico Williams. In terms of the competition, so relatively straightforward. You know what I do in these rebuilds, guys. If we're in the Super Cup, I usually play it just to see how we get on. We did play it. We beat Trabzonspor again in extra time this time. So we beat them in penalties in the Cup final last year, and we beat them in extra time this time. So it's a very, very tight fought, close fought game. Haven't really registered all the players for this one, as you can probably tell. Muslera's back, sure. But obviously, as you can see, no Kazawa, no Curtis Jones, etc., etc. So we'll get those registered for the season, but we win the Super Cup, which is nice. It's a good start to the season. Obviously, we are in the Super League. We have the Turkish Cup, but this year, instead of the Europa League, we are back with Champions League action. We enter at the group stage, so you never know how this is going to go. Maybe we can be the team that finishes in third, drops down into the Europa League, and then goes on to win it. Maybe. Who only knows? In terms of the tactic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a super quick pick without restrictions, and this is kind of what we're looking at now. So obviously Kazawa comes in here, Curtis Jones is there. We still got Arda Turan knocking around a little bit, and then obviously Mohamed on loan up top. But we've got options now, which is really, really nice. And I'm just hoping that we can have a very good season and retain that Super League title at a minimum and have a good run in the Champions League. So Season 2 is in the books, and it is another Turkish Super League title for Galatasaray. We're going to start off in the league. As you can see, 94 points for us there. Winning the league by 14 points, beating Fenerbahce to it. It's an improvement on last season. We got 92 points last season, 94 this year. A very, very good performance for us in the league. Only losing 2 games, both away from home, so maybe it's something that can be worked on. 99 goals scored in the 38 games and just a 26 conceded, giving us that very impressive goal difference of plus 73. Enjoyed this season, actually. We did very, very well, but I've got a couple loan players that I'm not really happy with. In the Champions League, though, we miss out on progressing in the Champions League. Napoli and Lyon go through our group, as you can see on screen here. Napoli with 15 points did very, very well. Lyon with 10, and then ourselves on 9. We were pretty close to going through, but didn't quite make it, which does mean we drop into the Europa League, where we were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Porto. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it was very comfortable. As you can see there, it is 8-1 on aggregate. Not going to beat around the bush. We got absolutely whacked by Porto. Fair play to them. We were knocked out, actually, annoyingly, in the semi-finals of the Turkish Cup, and Fenerbahce lift that one on penalties, much the same as we did last season, doing it on penalties. So it's a bit of a hit and miss season, really. We lost the Turkish Cup, which is disappointing that we won the season before. We were better in the league, good performance in Europe, to be perfectly honest, up until that quarter-final exit. Still work to do, though. Still work to do. I still think we can get a little bit of European glory in this save. What I'm going to do, head down transfers, season 3 coming up right now. Okay then, guys, so I'm going to start season 3 by talking about the finances. We have been taken over. I mentioned it at the start. I didn't know if it was going to happen, but it has happened. And as you can see, the eagle-eyed amongst you will see my original transfer budget for the season was 22.9 million. And I've still got 8 of that left going into the season. And we're comfortably inside the wage budget as well. It's been nice to be taken over. And obviously the Champions League money of the season before really has helped. Let's go over to the transfers. Yusufa Mokoku's coming in on January, 1st of January, which is, you love to see it. If he's there, guys, I'm going to have him. On the outgoings, Feghouli has gone, as has some of the others. We've let their contracts expire. They've just left for free. And on the incomings, Turkishman, Emre Mor. He comes in from Celta Vigo. I believe he was a free transfer. He was a free transfer. Hasn't really set the world alight so far in the save for Celta Vigo, but I thought, you know, adding another Turkish player to the team could well be a very, very good proposition. I remember him when he was at Dortmund and has previously been at Galatasaray, and now he's back. So he comes into play in some of those positions. We signed Adam Hlozek from Sparta Prague for 58k, sorry. If you've seen me do rebuilds before, I'm sure you've seen Adam Hlozek. He's young. He was transfer listed. I thought I'd pick him up. 58k is nothing. Iheanacho on a free transfer comes in from Leicester City. He can play as that striker. He can also play as that central attacking midfielder as well if we need him to. Again, I think he could be a very, very good pickup for us. We went out, we signed some more Turkish players. Mert Müldür comes into the squad. We had him at Arsenal in the Arsenal rebuild. He was fantastic. So I went and paid some money to Sassuolo for his services. 16 million we paid for him. Has had a decent seasons. He's played a lot of games in Serie A. So it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to life in Turkey. Edwin Ketre is how I'm going to say this guy's name. I'm sorry if I butchered it, my dude. On loan from Manchester City. Colombian international, 2 caps, 1 goal for Colombia. He is going to play as that left-hand side in that left midfield spot in this asymmetric tactic. I think he can offer a lot. That sort of strength and depth in this option. He's only 24 years of age, valued at 24.5 million. We're not going to be able to buy him, but to have him on loan from Man City, I'm happy with that. And then we went out and we signed this guy. Omer is how I'm going to say his name. On the right hand side, nice agility, left footed, wants to cut inside, wants to take shots, good first touch, good passing, good technique as well. Nice flare vision. I'm hoping he can be a bit more creative for us on that side. Obviously, we let Fegouli's contract expire, so we bring this guy in to hopefully do a job. You guys will have seen Curtis Jones is back for yet another year. He had a bit of an issue last season. He broke his lower leg against Lyon, which is disappointing. Was out for 5 months, so he didn't really have a good run of it. So I wanted him back for another season to see how he could get on, see how he could progress. And obviously, as I said, he covers a lot of positions that we are looking for in the club. So that is the strengthening that we've done for season 3. Obviously, now we've got new owners, a slightly different club vision. Work within the wage budget, obviously we're doing that, and spend the original transfer budget, which is nice to see. I'm getting there. I've still got 8 million left, but I don't think I'll spend it now. We are expected to be competitive in the Champions League. Challenge for the Super League. It's very interesting how this has gone from win to challenge for the Super League. Reach the final of the Turkish Cup, and they don't care about the Turkish Super Cup. Which is good because I've already played it as we do, and we won. It's a nice one to see where we are in terms of what you can expect from the season. We beat Fenerbahce on penalties. Seems like we are pretty good on penalties when it gets there. They had a red card, and Novak and Sazalai looks like they've missed their penalties, and Kazawa missed a penalty for us. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players there scoring from the penalty spot. It's going to be very difficult to lose a game from there, isn't it? Also, why was this guy not in the transfers? We bought this guy, right? Goalkeeper from local rivals, Trabzonspor. Well, not local rivals for the cups. It would seem Trabzonspor. We bought him from there. Looks like a very, very good player. 11.5 million for a guy who averaged a 7 rating last season, keeping 18 clean sheets in the Super League. We went out and signed him. As Muslera is pretty old now. If I go into transfer history, is he in here? He is in here. And we also signed Berat Oduzuma as well, defensive midfielder from the same club. We parted with a decent chunk of money for Turkish players this summer. 8.5 million for this guy coming in. I think he can be a good defensive midfielder. We needed a defensive midfielder. He ticked a lot of the boxes for me, Berat. So I'm hoping he can be pretty good for us this season. We've strengthened with a lot of Turkish players, so I'm hoping this has a bit of a different flavour to it compared to some of the rebuilds I've done. But obviously, these are the competitions: Super League, Champions League, again at the group stage, and the Turkish Cup. Let's get into season number 3. So then, guys, season number 3 has been ridiculous. I'm going to show you the competitions page right off the rip. As you can see, in the Turkish Super League, it's our best season so far. We've gone unbeaten. And we got 106 points, 34 wins, 4 draws. Absolutely dominating the competition, winning the league by 16 points. Again, it is absolutely massive, beating Fenerbahce to the punch. They're a good team, Fenerbahce, but not as good as we are. So fair play to the boys, did very, very well. Iheanacho, top goal scorer in the league with 29 goals, is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely smashed it, the dude. We won the Turkish Cup as well, beating Fenerbahce in that final 3-0 relatively comprehensively. Markov scored a penalty, and Yusufa Moukoko, who did come in the January, has now come in, and he's our leading guy, isn't he? It's going to happen. He's exceptional. I don't understand why in the game it feels like it's almost coded in that he doesn't get offered a contract at Dortmund. It's absolutely mad. But not only did we win a domestic treble, I'm counting the Super Cup, by the way. That does count as a domestic treble. This is crazy, right? We lost the Champions League final to Liverpool. Now, we got all the way to the Champions League final. I will show you the run in a second. The team has done exceptionally well to get to this point. But look at this Liverpool team. It's very, very interesting. So we lost 3-1. Liverpool with a better team, much higher XG, blah, blah, blah. No complaints. This team, Alisson, Trent, Boubacar Kamara, who they've signed from Marseille, playing alongside Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Rabiot, who they've signed, Mane, Buendia, and Dwight McNeil, who scored 2 goals in the Champions League final. It's good to see an Englishman score goals in the Champions League final, but absolutely crazy. Absolutely smashed it. I can't believe we got to the Champions League final, guys. What I'm going to do, go into the schedule. Let's filter the competitions then, and let's say Champions Cup. So, Group A was the group that we were in. I can't show you it because it's already started to move on to the next one. But look at this run through the competition. So we were in a group with Bayern. We beat Bayern at home, draw with Bilbao, draw with Salzburg, beat Salzburg, lose to Bayern, beat Bilbao, go through comfortably. We go into the knockout stages. We go and take on Barcelona. We play them at home first and foremost. We win 4-2. Ridiculous. Iheanacho then lights up the Nou Camp, scores 2 goals inside the first half. Puts us in a great position. We go through. We then take on Chelsea away from home. We score 3 goals at Stamford Bridge. Timo Werner and Reece James scoring for Chelsea, but it's not enough for, I believe it's still Frank Lampard's team. I believe it's still Frank Lampard's. No, it's not. I believe it's Thomas Tuchel's team. That's what I mean. Sorry, it's not on the latest update, is it? But we beat Chelsea, go through. Then Real Madrid come to town and we absolutely slap them at home 3-0. Iheanacho, Yusufa Moukoko, and Markov with the goals again. Markov with another goal. You love to see it. And then we draw 1-1 at the Bernabeu. Ramos scoring the opener, but then we equalise with a set piece. You love to see it. Set pieces really do win championships, guys. And then we took on Liverpool, and this is Liverpool in FM21, isn't it? That's kind of what happens. But we got to the Champions League final, which has meant I have a budget of £33 million, and I have no idea how I'm going to spend it. In terms of the competitions, we've absolutely bossed it. To be honest, I don't think it's going to get any better than this. Domestic treble, getting to the Champions League final. Galatasaray fans, if you are watching this, let me know down in the comments. Would you be happy with the Champions League final? I imagine you would. But we're gonna play a fourth season. See if I can extend this run. Maybe win every game. I don't know. I don't really know where we can kind of go from here, to be perfectly honest. But I'll do some transfers. We'll be back for season 4 in a sec. Okay, transfer update for season number 4. Coming in, Sartel here, left back, Turkish, comes in from Bashir. Yeah, I've butchered that, haven't I? Wanted a little bit of competition for Kazawa, needed a Turkish player to play in that position, I think. He's all right all across the board. We paid a bit of money, 16.75 million for him. It's not too bad. It's steep money to a point, but we made some money. We sold some players out here. This guy comes through our youth... No, not that guy. Where's the guy who came through our youth academy? Where is he? Is it this dude? No. We had a guy come through our youth academy and I can't remember where he's gone. He's definitely gone out on loan and I can't remember. Oh, it's the dude we sold to PSG. We sold him to PSG. Look at this guy. 18 years of age, good physicals, okay mentals, okay technicals. He could get better, but PSG came in for him, so we sold him. With a value that could rise to 8.5 million. On the incomings, though, Diogo Dalot from Manchester United was a free transfer. He comes in to play at right back for us. Another good option as a attacking wing back. Khan Ayhan is how I'm going to say this dude's name. Another Turkish centre back comes in from Sassuolo. Hasn't actually played in Turkey before in his career. Schalke, Frankfurt, Dusseldorf, and then Sassuolo. I think he's a good little Turkish option. Nice composure as well. Nice physicals. Happy with the addition of him. But then there was a man who was unhappy, and it is Demiral of Juve. We went and got him. This guy's a beast, right? Great jumping reach. He's 6'4", 18 strength, absolute monster. I am hoping he can be a beast for us. Ex-Fenerbahce player, so I don't really know how it would be taken in Turkey. He will probably be hated, but he is now a Galatasaray player. So that is all the transfers that we've done. In terms of the club vision, they're all still pretty happy. We got to the Champions League final last season, so they're not going to boot me out, are they? They want me to reach the first preliminary round of the Champions League. Do we not go into the groups? No, we do. We go into the group stage. This is bugged. This is bugged right here, but it doesn't matter. We're a couple weeks away from FM22. I'll cut SI some slack. Win the Super League, win the Turkish Cup. Don't care about the Turkish Super Cup. Standard. Obviously, these are the competitions. We play in the Turkish Super Cup as I do every year, and we win in extra time this time. We beat Fenerbahce in extra time. I'm not even going to attempt to say this dude's name, but he got the goal, which puts us in a good position. One thing I will say, if we go on to the Turkish Super League, we are now the 10th best rated league in Europe, which is interesting. We are still behind the Belgian league, Russian, Eredivisie, and then the Portuguese league, and then obviously you've got the top 5 behind in front of that. A goal for me would be to improve the standing of this league by our performance in European competitions. Obviously, we made the final of the Champions League last year. Fingers crossed we could do something similar. I'm not expecting another Champions League run like we did last year. You don't beat Barcelona, Chelsea, and Real Madrid all the time, obviously. So let's get our heads down. Let's get into this season. I'll be back at the end of the season. Season 4 is done and dusted, and we are back, and it's another domestic treble. We'd already won the Turkish Super Cup. You'd already seen that. We won the Turkish Cup again in extra time. These are very hard-fought games in these cup competitions. We win 3-1, goals in extra time. Emre Mor and Marcao with the goals in extra time, but look at that, Moukoko saving the day, 94th minute equalizer, and as you can see, their goalkeeper has had one hell of a game. 9.3 rating for Rico, their goalkeeper here. And look at this, right? I've never seen a cup final like this. We had 48 shots, 25 shots on target, 6.66 expected goals, and 2 clear-cut chances throughout the whole game. What a ridiculous performance, but we get the trophy nonetheless. We win the Super League again, only 99 points this season. Yeah, the Super League is kind of hit neither here nor there. Moukoko, top goal scorer in the league. You love to see it. He's going to be attracting some big name attention, you'd imagine. But 99 points, it's not our best points return, but we win the league again. 18 points this was the gap this time. And in the Champions League, we took on Liverpool again, and we lost 7-3 on aggregate in the first knockout round. The Champions League is all about luck and who you get. And Firmino's done the business there. Scored a hat-trick in the second game at Anfield. Alisson, Trent, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Rabiot, Salah, Buendia, Mane, Robert Firmino, or Roberto Firmino even. Robert. It's good, isn't it? It's good. They've got Anthony on their bench, Dwight McNeil, Robin Gosens, Neco Williams, Boubacar Kamara. This Liverpool team's stacked again. So season 4 was pretty good. Happy with things. I don't really know how I'm going to progress things beyond here, but I'm going to have one more throw of the dice. I have a feeling Moukokou's going to be picked up. He's wanted by Real Madrid and Arsenal, but in his contract, he's got a minimum fee release clause for foreign clubs of 23.5 million. That's nothing for some of these big clubs, so I imagine someone's going to activate that this season. Fingers crossed we keep him. I'm not holding my breath. It's going to be season 5. Transfer update coming right now. Right then, there's only 2 real transfers that I need to update you guys on. Moukoko is gone. He's gone to our Champions League rivals, Liverpool, for 23.5 million. They activated his release clause, and he is now a Liverpool player. So I went out and put my budget with the money that came in for him. And we brought in Bouadou from AZ Alkmaar, the Dutch international. Looks like a good player. It's the first time I've actually used him in FM this year because he usually gets priced out. Him and Donald Marlin usually go for ridiculous money. I'm hoping he can be all right. I'm not expecting him to be Moukoko, but he looks like he's had a good save so far. Averaged over a 7 last year. It's not a great goal return in Holland, but I'm hoping as my leading man, he can be the guy to power us forward. Again, Turkish Super Cup, we win. And absolutely decimated Trabzonspor 4-2 in the end. Bouadou with a goal on his debut. Iheanacho with 2 goals. And then Fofana with an own goal for them, which is unfortunate, but we move on. We are looking like a good team yet again. And obviously Turkish Super Cup, we've won it for 5 years in a spin. So, is what it is. Turkish Cup, Champions League. Turkish Super League. In terms of the club vision, what do they want us to do? Be competitive in the Champions League, win the Super League, win the Turkish Cup, and again, don't care about the Turkish Super Cup. Everything else we're doing pretty well. They're delighted with the football and the attacking football that we're playing. Sign players under the age of 23. Again, we're doing that. Make the most of set pieces. I think we do that. I think we definitely do that and play a high tempo pressing football standard. Work within the wage budget, yes. Spend the original transfer budget they're satisfied with, because I've still got 27 million left and I don't really know what to do with it. So I'll sit on it, see if there's any reinforcements that we may need in January, and we will go from there. This is the fifth and final season, the last roll of the dice. Can we win some European silverware? Let's go. So season 5 is done. I'm going to talk to you first and foremost about the league. We got 107 points, guys. 107 points and 106 goal difference. We absolutely blitzed it. 35 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss coming away to Fenerbahce. But we dominated the league. Absolutely annihilated everybody. 121 goals scored is the highest goals return I've ever seen. I don't really know what else to say. We're good. We're as good as we can be in Turkey. If we go here, I will say, because of our performances in European competitions, the Turkish Super League is now the 8th best team in 8th best league in Europe, which is not bad at all. As you can see, we win the league, we win the league, we win the league. That's kind of what we do in Turkey. In terms of the other competitions, though, we win the Turkish Cup. In the final, obviously standard 3-2 victory. Iheanacho coming up big again. He is a big man for the big occasion, scoring a nice hat-trick in this final. Fair play to him. We almost let it slip. We were 3-0 up and it finished 3-2, so almost let it slip. But Champions League is where it matters, and we got to the semi-finals again. We came up against Liverpool. We got annihilated. It finished 9-2 on aggregate. This Liverpool team is crazy. And they've got Moukoko now. But look at this team. Alisson, I don't know who this Holmes guy is. He's a new gen who's come through Liverpool. Looks great. Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Rabiot. Oni. I don't know who this is either. Is this another one? Oh, he's come through Portland. Interesting, interesting. We're playing alongside Ryan Gravenberch, Salah, Mane, Moukoko. Liverpool's cracked. They're probably going to win this Champions League this year. No, they didn't. Ooh, lost to Manchester United. But what I will say about the Champions League, the last 2 times we played Liverpool, they've gone on and won it. And it would have almost been back-to-back Champions Leagues there. Look at this. Moukoko at Liverpool and Kaio Jorge at Chelsea. Very, very interesting. So, buzzsawed again in the Champions League. We got to the semi-finals. And to be honest, guys, I think that's the limit. I don't think we would ever have a better shot of winning the Champions League than being in the final. But coming up against Liverpool, we all know what Liverpool are like in FM21. It's our best season in terms of our league position, but I just think that European trophy was just a little bit too aspirational, a little bit too out of our reach with the financial powers of Premier League teams and stuff like that. I don't think teams can compete, to be perfectly honest, unless you're in one of those major 5 leagues. We did improve Galatasaray, obviously very, very dominant in Turkey. But as I said, that European sort of place was just a little bit too much for us. Very good showing in the Champions League. In terms of the finances, I just want to touch on this just to finish. 164 million net debt. It's still not as good as I'd want it to be. I kind of want that cleared, to be perfectly honest, but it's not. So it is what it is. We're in a good financial state. I would have had 42 million to spend because of our running in the Champions League. Shows how important being in the Champions League is for that revenue and stuff like that. So that's that. That is Fenerbahce. That is Galatasaray. Don't kill me, guys. That is Galatasaray done. So I've got one more rebuild left in me in FM21. That will be next Sunday's video. I'm going to tell you who it is. It's Valencia. We're running it with Valencia. I want to try and use some of their youth players that come through. So it will be Valencia. But start letting me know down in the comments below, who would you like me to rebuild as soon as FM22 drops? We're not very far away now. The beta will be live sort of in and around the 26th, Tuesday the 26th of October. I can't wait for it. But as I said, let me know down in the comments who you would like me to rebuild at the start of FM22. But that's where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. If you have enjoyed today's video, drop a like on it down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And I'll see you on another one very, very soon.